Good evening friends, welcome back to Parnika tutorials. In this video, I want to discuss about group functions and group by clause and having clause. So I sincerely request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding. First let me discuss about the group functions, then I will discuss about group by clause, then finally I will discuss about having clause, then we will solve some queries also. Now earlier we have discussed about the several functions. Functions are broadly classified into two types. They are single row functions and multi-row functions. If it is a single row functions, returns one result per record. It returns one output or result per record. For each row, it will return a result. If you want an example, I can discuss lower function, upper function. All these functions are the single row function, because lower function, what it will do, it will convert the string into lower case. Upper function, it will convert into upper case. So per each record, it will give some output. I want to display employee names from the employee table. Now you can see all the employee names are in the upper case. Now if I convert into lower case using the lower function, then you can verify all the employee names will be displayed in the lower case. So earlier Smith is in the upper case, now it has been given as Smith in lower case. Similarly Alan earlier is in the upper case, now it has been converted into lower case. So it is a single row function because for each record it returns some value. If it is a multi-row function, then it will returns one result per group or from the entire table. If I consider entire table as a one group, then it will returns one result for the table. Otherwise, if you are dividing the table into several groups, then multi-row function will return the value per each group. How can I divide the table into multiple groups? We will discuss with the help of group by clause later. Now, the group functions, we can call them as multi-row functions because they will return one result per group or for the entire table. Group functions are also called as aggregate functions. The aggregate functions are of count function, you have the max function, you have the min function, you have the average function, std dev function, and then count, max, min, sum also is another function. So these are the 6 aggregate functions are there, or group functions. What they will do, it will returns one result per the entire table or for a group. If you want to practically verify, let me compute the sum of salaries from EMP table. Then you can see we got one value for the entire table. If I display the salaries from the EMP table, then you can see 14 rows are selected, means 14 salaries are there. Now if I use the sum function, what it will do, it will perform the addition of salary in each row. So 800 plus 1600, 2400 plus 1250, like that it will perform the addition, and it got the output as 29,025. If you want to verify how many rows are there, then also you can give count function, which is useful for you to count the number of rows or tuples. Based on salary, how many rows are there? 14 rows. If you want to verify, here also it has been displayed before that. When you have written select SAL from EMP, 14 rows are selected. If I use the count function, even it has given the output as 14. Now among these salaries, what is the maximum salary? 5,000. What is the minimum salary? 800. If I want to display them, you can verify max of salary, comma min of salary from EMP table. Now you can see we got the maximum value is 5,000, minimum value is 800. If I want to compute the average, then AVG of salary SAL from EMP. What is the total sum of salary? 29,025. How many rows are there? 14. So 29,025 by 14. What is the value we are getting? 2073 means 2073.21429. If you want to round off to 2 decimals, then you can use the round function AVG, computing the average on the attribute called salary, and you are rounding off to 2 decimals from the EMP table. 2073.21. We will discuss about the group by clause. The group by statement groups rows that have the same values into summary rows. The group by statement or clause groups rows that have the same values into summary rows. That is the advantage of group by clause. It will group them based on a particular attribute. If you verify the data from the EMP table, then you can see we have the employee number, employee name, job, manager, hire date, salary, and then department number, communication. All these details are there. Now I want to group them based on the job. If you look at the employee name, comma job from the EMP table, then you can see employee name Smith is working as a clerk, Allen working as a salesman, Ward is working as a salesman, Adams is working as a clerk. Now I want to compute how many employees are working as a clerk, how many are working as a salesman, how many are working as a manager. Then what I need to do? I need to group by job. So all the clerk will be grouped into one group, salesman will be grouped into single group, manager will be grouped into a single group. Then you can write select count of e name, comma job from EMP table, group by, I am grouping based on the job. Then you can see 4 employees are working as a clerk, 4 employees are working as a salesman, 1 person is working as a president, 3 employees are working as a manager, 2 employees are working as analyst. Now the group by will be useful on the attribute which has the duplicate values. Look at here, the job has the duplicate values. 4 people are working as a clerk, so 4 times clerk will be there. Here 1, here twice, thrice, 4 times is there. Similarly salesman, 4 times will be there. 1, 2, 3 and then 4. If you are applying the group by on a primary key attribute, primary key attribute will not accept the null values and the duplicate values. So each row will have a unique value. So if you apply the group by on that attribute, will not be vary or will not be useful. So the group by statement often used with aggregate functions. Already we have discussed about the aggregate functions such as count, max, min, AVG, standard deviation and then sum. What is the generalized syntax of group by clause? You can write select, then column names from the table name, from which table you want to retrieve the data, that table name you have to give, and then where a certain condition, then you can use group by on which attribute you want to group by. Either it can be a single attribute or single column or multiple columns also. Now till now we have discussed group by on single attribute. We can group by a particular table based on multiple columns also. All these things we will discuss. So group by columns, and then even if you want to apply order by also you can do on which column you want to order by. Order by is useful for you to sort the data either in the ascending order or descending order. If you want to provide the ascending order, you can simply write order by the column name. If you want to sort them based on the descending order, then you can write order by the attribute and then DESC. Then you can ask me, sir, where will be the having? After group by, if you want to apply any condition, then you can use the having a particular condition. Then you can ask me, sir, there is a condition in the where and also in the having. What is the difference between the having condition and where condition? The where condition will be applied on each attribute or the column you have specified. So where clause places condition on the selected columns. What are the columns you want to apply the condition, that you can write in the where. Now if you want to perform some condition on the groups, then you can use the having clause. The having clause places condition on group created by the group by clause. After performing the group by, if you want to select only groups which are satisfying the condition, that condition you can provide on the having condition. Now before performing the grouping, you want to apply a condition on the tuples. The tuples which are satisfying that condition, those tuples only should be considered for group by. That condition you can provide in the where. So that's why first we have written where clause and then group by, then having clause. So first it will be select the tuples based on the where clause, and then it will perform the group by based on the particular attribute. After grouping the data, you want to select the groups which have satisfied a certain condition. That condition you can provide in the having clause. If I want to select few employees salary and department number from the employee table, group by department number, then I can write like select sum of SAL. So I want to use the aggregate function called sum on the attribute called SAL, and even I want to display the department number from which table, EMP table. On what attribute you want to group? You want to group based on the department number. From each department, it will compute the salary of all the employees. Now if you want to verify, you can verify the employees who are working in the department number 30, all their salaries have been performed addition. Now you can see 9,400 is the total salary of all the employees who are working in the department number 30. Similarly, the employees who are working in the department number 20, all their salary sum, if I have done, we got the 10,875. Similarly, all the employees who are working in the department number 10, if I compute their sum of their salaries, I got 8,750. If you want to order them based on the department number, then I can write select SUM of SAL department number from EMP table, group by department number, order by department number. Then you can see first we got the department number 10, then we got the department number 20, and then we got the department number 30, and the salaries are also computed the sum. So even we can perform the group by on multiple attributes. If you want to do, look at here, I will write select sum of SAL comma department number, comma job from EMP table. I want to first group by department number, then I want to group by job, and then I want to perform order by based on department number. If you want to verify what are the attributes I want to display, I want to display the sum of the salaries, department number, job. First what I am doing the group by based on the department number. Then I am grouping them based on the job, and then I am printing the results in the ascending order based on the department number from the EMP table. Now you can see department number 10. If I just provide the based on only department number only, then you can see if I perform the group by based on the department number, then we got only 3 tuples, which is 10, 20, 30. But now what I am doing group by department number. In that group department means department number 10, I am again grouping based on the job, clerk. In department number 10, how many clerks are there? All there, I am grouping them into one group, and then those employee salary I am computing the sum. Suppose let's take that in department number 10 there are 2 managers are there. So first I am grouping them based on the department number, and then grouping them based on the manager, and those 2 employee salary I have computed the sum. So I got 2450 like this. First the order is very important. If you have provided group by department number, then first it will group based on the department number, then it will group based on the job. If I write like this, select sum of SAL department number comma job from EMP, let me change the order of group by. I will write job, then I will group based on the department number, then I will order by department number. Now you can see first it has been performed based on the clerk, and then manager, then president. Okay, even this order I would have changed, then it will be looking perfect for you. Let me write, or let me press ED. First let me write the job, and then department number. Let me save it. And now also instead of grouping by based on the department number or order by job, let me close this one, do it. Now you can see first analyst, then who are the analysts are there, I have grouped, and then I have grouped them based on department number 20. But the analysts are only there in the department number 20 only. You can see there is no other department, but clerks are there in the department number 10, department number 20, department number 30 also. Similarly, manager is there in the department number 10, department number 20, department number 30. Then I have computed their sum, but the sum will be same because based on what you are grouping, the sum of the salaries will be same. If you observe it, analyst 6000, here also analyst 6000, clerk 1300, manager 2450. But now you can see we have various managers. Here also manager 10 2450, manager 20 2975. This will be same only. Now I want to discuss about having clause much more. Already I have discussed about having clause. Let me discuss little bit more. The having clause enable you to specify the condition that filter which group results appear in the results. First you will group the table based on a particular attribute. Then all the groups will be displayed. Now you want to filter few groups based on the certain condition. Suppose look at here. Let's take that I am grouping based on the sum of salaries. Okay, comma job from EMP table. Let me group based on the job. Okay, here I have provided full stop. Okay, let me edit it. I have to provide comma. Who are the employees who are working as a clerk? If I compute the salary sum, I got 4150. Salesman 5600, president 5000, manager 8275, then analyst 6000. Now I want to apply a condition after performing the group. I want to know the groups whose sum of the salaries is greater than or equal to 5000. Then you can see I will write select sum of SAL comma job from EMP table, group by job. Then I will write having, what is the condition I want to do? On the sum of salary should be greater than or equal to 5000. Then you can see only the sum of the salaries which are greater than or equal to only displayed. Then which one was removed? Clerk sum of the salaries is less than 5000. That's why it was removed or filtered. So after performing the group by, on those groups, if you want to apply any condition, that you can do it. Suppose if I use the whereby clause, then you can write sum of SAL comma job from EMP. I will write where SAL should be greater than or equal to 1500. I want to group by job. Then you can see the difference. Earlier we got sum of salaries of clerk as 4150. Now there is no clerk at all. Then salesman 3100 is only there. Earlier it was 5600. If you want to verify step by step, let me write what I want to do. I want to write select SAL comma job from EMP table. Then you can see 14 rows are selected, but out of this one the SAL of the clerk is 800 here, and similarly 950 is there. So sum of the employees salary is less than 1500. Those things I want to eliminate. Then what I will write, select SAL comma job from EMP where salary should be greater than or equal to 1500. Then you got only 8 rows. In these 8 rows, any employee who is working as a clerk? No. Am I right? Now on these 8 rows, I want to perform the group by. Then I can write select SAL comma job. Okay, I want to compute the sum of salaries. So I will write select SUM of SAL comma job from EMP where SAL should be greater than or equal to 1500. Then I want to group based on the job. Now salesman, how many salesmen are there? Only 2 salesmen. One salesman salary is 1600, another salesman salary is 1500. So 1600 plus 1500 will be 3100. We got it. Similarly, manager, 3 managers are there, which is 2975, 2850, 2450. If I compute the sum, I will get 8275. Like this we got the output. So what is the difference between the where and having is, where first it will filter the tuples from the existing table. After filtering, if you want to group by, you can do. After grouping them into various groups, if you want to filter few groups, then you can provide the condition in the having clause. I hope it is very clear for you. I want to display the sum of the salaries and also department number from the EMP table. Group by department number having sum of the salaries should be greater than or equal to 1000. Then you can verify what will happen. Select sum of SAL comma department number from EMP group by department number having sum of SAL should be greater than or equal to 1000. Then I want to order by department number. What will happen is that first it will group based on the department number, and in each department the employees' salaries you will compute the sum, and then you are filtering the groups whose sum of the salary is less than 1000. After filtering them, then you are arranging the tuples based on the department number in the increasing order or ascending order. Like this we got the output. Department number 10, 8750, whose sum of the salary is greater than or equal to 1000. Similarly, department number 20, which is satisfying the condition. Department number 30 is also satisfying the condition. Suppose if I say it should be greater than or equal to 9000, then department number 10 will be eliminated. If you want to verify, let me write here. The condition alone I need to change, right? Greater than or equal to, we said 9000. Instead of 1000 I want to make 9000. Let me save it and close. Then you can see department at number 10 have been eliminated. So after grouping by, if you want to apply a particular condition on the groups, then you can use the having clause. Now we will discuss few queries. Let me write each query statement, then we will write the query. I want to display list of sum of salaries of each job type. Then what I need to do? What is the aggregate function I need to use? The aggregate function I need to use the sum. On which attribute? On the attribute called SQL, and then group by on what you need to do on the attribute called job I need to do. Once you have understood this one, then it is very easy to write the query. What I need to do? I need to write select sum of SQL and also job. Remember one thing, what are the attributes? Here you are providing the select statement. On those attributes only you can group. From EMP table, if I write group by job, then you can see all the employees data have been grouped based on the job, and each job, like let's take that clerk, several employees are there, and each employee's salary has been computed. The sum we got 4150. Now I want to write the next query. I want to find the list of employees count of each job type. Already we have written this one. Let me again discuss. Which is the aggregate function I need to use in this scenario? I need to use the aggregate function called count. On which attribute? On the attribute called employee name. And then on which attribute you want to apply the group by? On the job. If it is clear, then you can easily write the select count of ename comma job from EMP table group by job. Then you can see 4 employees are working as a clerk, 4 employees are working as a salesman, 1 employee is working as a president, 3 employees are working as a manager, 2 employees are working as analyst. Now let me discuss another one. Display the employees who are earning maximum salary in each department. What is the aggregate function you need to apply? You need to apply the max aggregate function. On which attribute you want to apply this max function? On the salary. And then on what attribute you want to perform the group by? We said in each department. So we need to apply the group by on the attribute called department number. Select department number comma max of SQL from EMP table group by department number. Then you can see in the department number 30, 2850 is the maximum salary. In the department number 20, the maximum salary is 3000. In the department number 10, the maximum salary is 5000. Sir, can we find the minimum salary? That also we can do. Let me write max of SAL and also min underscore min of SAL, because min is an aggregate function from EMP group by department number. Then in each department the maximum salary and minimum salary both will be displayed as an output. So in the department number 30, the maximum salary is 2850 and the minimum salary is 950. In the group number 20, the maximum salary is 3000 and minimum salary is 800. Like this we got the output. Now let me discuss the another query. List the employees average salaries based on their job type. Then which is the aggregate function I need to use? Let me write AZZFUN. Which aggregate function you need to use? You need to use the AVZ. On which attribute you need to apply? On the attribute called SAL. On what you need to perform the group by? Group by based on the job. Now let me write the query for it. Like select job comma AVZ of SAL from EMP group by job. Then you can see the clerk average salary is 10737.5, salesman average salary is 1400, president average salary is 5000, manager salary is 2758, analyst average salary is 3000. I hope you have got this one. Now let me write the another query for you. List the sum of salaries of employees who are working in the department number 10 and 20 only. What is the aggregate function you need to apply? Sum. So I need to use the aggregate function called sum. On which attribute? On the attribute called SAL. On what you want to apply the group by? On the department number I need to use. Then which clause I need to use? Having clause or where clause? I need to use the having clause, because after performing the grouping then I want to apply the condition. So having clause, department number 10 and 20. So then I can use the in function and I will provide 10 and 20. Now let me write the SQL query for it. I will write select department number sum of SAL from EMP table group by on the department number, and then I will write having department number in 10 comma 20. Then you can see only the department number 10 and 20 sum of salaries have been displayed. If you want to sort them based on the department number, then you can use the order by. I will write order by what? Department number. Let me save it and close it. Now you can see it has been sorted based on the department number. Earlier we got 2010, this time we got 10 and 20, but the sum of the salaries will be same only. Now I want to discuss one more query with you all. List the employee group by their jobs who are working as clerk. In that case, what is the aggregate function I want to use? I want to compute the sum of the salaries also. Then I can use the aggregate function called sum on the attribute called SAL. Let me write attribute SAL, and then group by based on what? Group by based on the job, and then I need to use the having condition stating that job is equal to clerk. So those groups only will be selected. Let me write select job comma sum of SAL from EMP table group by job having job is equal to clerk. No rows are selected. Sum of salary having job is equal to clerk. Why no rows were selected? Select job, comma, sum of salary from EMP table, group by job, right? Having job is equal to clerk. Let me just group by only. Then we will see what will be the output. ED, employee, group by job. I will remove the having clause. Let me save it, close it. Then you can see clerk is 4150. That one only, oh, this clerk, now here you can understand. We have given the clerk in the lower case, but the clerk here it is written in the upper case. Then if I want to make this clerk in the lower case, but I want the condition should be satisfied, then how can I use? I can use the lower. I can write select job, comma, sum of SAL from EMP group by job having, what I can write, lower of job is equal to clerk. So you have converted this job to lowercase and then you have compared. Then you can see clerk 4150, we got the output. I hope you have understood about the group functions, group by clause, having clause. If you still have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.